Hello, Booktube, and welcome back. This is going to be a short video, folks. Hopefully, I won't ramble for 20 minutes, but I just want to give a bit of an update of what I am actually reading. Now, if you watched any of my previous two videos, I am currently overworked, and because of that, my reading has suffered slightly. I'm still reading quite a bit for the average, the average person. But a lot of it now is books that I've already read. So, I mean, between January and March, every year going back maybe 20, I read everything Middle Earth. So early in January, I start with, I think it's the three books that Chris Tolkien um, wrote. So it's The Children of Hurin, Beren and Luthien, and The Fall of Gondolin. I also picked up the book I've not read, which is The Fall of Numenor, which I can't remember who wrote that. So that's the January, and then in February it goes on to The Silmarillion, The Unfinished Tales, and The Hobbit, and then this month is The Lord of the Rings, which all about halfway through The Return of the King right now. So I kind of do that every year, regardless of whether I'm busy or not. But I'm also rereading Robin Hobbs. I know you can't really see it. I don't think I've done a book tour yet of that shelf, so I'm not going to spoil it. But I'm currently rereading the Realm of the Elderlings fantasy series. Again, because I just want something I already know and like, and something I can just without thinking too much about it. And I think I'm sticking to one of those books a month. So I started with the prequel book, which is it's like a novella, the Piebald Prince and the Willful Princess. I think that's what it's called. It is. And then it's Assassin's Apprentice, and then I finish Royal Assassin this month, and then I'm going to finish the first trilogy off next month. A lot of people find the Robin Hobbs Realm and the Elding series kind of a bit boring, but I just want to grab them, and paintbrush them. The Realm of the Elding series is probably in the top three of my fantasy series of all time. I absolutely adore it. And then the next trilogy after the first Fits and a Fool is the Live Ship Traders. And that trilogy is chef's kiss. It really is cool. So I'm currently rereading them. I am also rereading Discworld. So again, I'm just going to pick up a book a month. And I love these little hardbacks that I've got. So I've done the Colour of Magic and the Life Fantastic. And those books are kind of like part one and part two. It's the only part of Discworld which fit together. The rest of them you can read pretty much independently. I mean, they might refer to things that have already happened in some of the early books, but you really don't need to pick any of the rest of them up. But you do with these two books about the useless wizard Rincewind and the Discworld's first tourist. And then I read Equal Rights this time round. It's about the Unseen University, so the University for Wizards, their first female wizard in training. So, yeah, I do love me some Discworld. I agree some of the earlier novels in the Discworld series are not the best because it's just purely satire. But the next book for the next month is Mort. Whoa, I love me some Mort. I do really enjoy Mort. So, yeah, I'm currently rereading Discworld. I'm also rereading, where are they? Oh, come on, Jacques Leblanc, where have I put them? Oh, they're there, right in front of me. So this is the sci-fi series, The Expanse. I think it's a TV series as well. I've never watched it, so I can't talk on it. But I've only just started rereading it again because I finally got the 9th book. Where is it? Yeah. Oh, it is number 9. And I really need to catch up a bit. Some people might just go for a quick synopsis on the internet, but I'm not that kind of guy. I need to reread all 8 of them. So after I've finished The Return of the King, I'm going to read Caliban's War, which is kind of near enough a direct sequel. It's basically the solar system's now in chaos and everybody's fighting each other. You know, Earth and Mars proper at each other's throats, and the outer expanse kind of area where, you know, people are living on asteroids and stuff like that. You know, in the deep parts of the solar system, like Jupiter and all that. You know, they're trying to like mass up and join, make war. It's really good stuff. I really love that kind of stuff. When it comes to non-fiction, that's probably where it suffered the most. I've read a lot of Louis Theroux. You don't know who Louis Theroux is? He's like a BBC documentary person. I think he's come out quite recently, hasn't he, with the Manosphere documentary. And I love the way Louis Theroux just interviews people, because he's so like laid back and he just lets them destroy themselves, which pretty much what happens in the Louis Theroux documentary. But he's done all sorts, hasn't he? And the book I read was him just looking back on the Weird Weekends series that he did. So he spent time, you know, with prostitutes. He spent time with you know, alien enthusiasts. You know, people who claim to have killed aliens, and you know, alien abductees. He spent time with the Westboro Baptist Church. He's basically reflecting on his time of the Weird Weekends, and I love his writing. He's proper quirky and dry, which I've mentioned time before on these videos. I've also picked up a book from one of his friends. I don't know if anybody knows him. The glare on there. John, I can never remember, Swanson or John Ronson. And this is Lost at Sea. So this is looking at this really strange stuff. You know, it's a collection of essays, and there's a lot of essays. And it's looking at conspiracies. It's looking at, you know, corruption. It's looking at credit cards. You know, mass marketing. How it really just, it covers a lot of stuff, and he basically is questioning people in the know. Why'd you do it? And some people fall apart. It's really good. I do like John Ronson. You know, again, he spends time with people in prison, people who believe in all sorts of crazy conspiracies. Yeah, so I love that kind of stuff. Any kind of like documentary, people who write books, I kind of like pick up the books, like David Attenborough, for instance. What else have I read? I'm trying to think now. I think that's not it, because I've read, I think, 35 books, 36 or something like that. But that's, you know, that's, for my mind, that's predominantly you know, a lot of rereading, because I've been ridiculously busy. That's why I've not made that many videos. And a lot of it is because I'm so busy. I just need something, you know, that I've already read, so I can just fly through it. Pardon me. I think I also read A Waiter in Paris, I think it was called, about, you know, a guy from the UK who's from like a middle class family, goes to work in a dive of a restaurant in Paris, and has his experience of, you know, working in a French restaurant where he doesn't really speak the lingo or French. So yeah, I've also read a lot about was February last month? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? A lot about Greek and the Roman mythology. The likes of Robert Graves, you know, I think Robert Graves does a lot in Greek mythology, doesn't he? Again, I find out all that kind of interesting stuff. So that's predominantly what I've read in the first 3 months of the year. A lot of rereading. And again, I'm struggling to remember non-fiction books. Because I've not read that many, and they haven't been overly impressive. Apart from a bit of Louis Theroux and John Swanson, or Ronson, isn't it? And that's it. So hopefully in the coming months, I'm going to have a lot more time where my non-fiction reading will go straight back up again. Because I'm starting to get the taste back, of just reading stuff that I've not read before, and leaving the rereading to one side. Although I'm still kind of interested in finishing just like one Discworld book a month, and do all 40 of them. Oh, 41 if you can count the graphic novel as well. But that's it, folks. And that's a bit of a reading update for you. And I will speak to you soon. Bye, Booktube.